I just sat here and dinked around with my camera for like 10 minutes because I thought it was broken because my sunglasses make the screen so dark, but like my camera's fine. They're so dark. Wow, that has to be dangerous. Maybe I won't wear these when I drive anymore. Hello, we're back for another thrift shopping adventure, and today we are at Savers. Savers looks equally busy as our last thrift shop adventure. Middle of the day is the time that people thrift shop. I didn't know, who knew? Yeah, let's go see what goods we can find. Hopefully something good. Let's go. That sun is brutal today. I found a dime. I'm gonna leave it for someone else though. I already found something I really like, so I think this is for like a tea light candle or whatever, but I think it's cute. It'll be cute to put a plant in or propagate in or something. I don't know, I like it. So I'm gonna get it because it's green and gold, my favorite colors. You guys, I found so many good things already and I haven't even gone to the big section. I think this is so pretty, but I don't know what I would use it for. I was kind of thinking putting a plant in there, but then it covers like the beautiful part. I found some goods, so let's go do a little haul of everything I got at Savers today. Success. The first thing I got is this jacket. Oh my gosh, there's a squirrel. Cute. I'm just craving a little. Outdoors. Okay, first up in the candle section, I found this thing, which is cute, and I kind of thought, I don't know what I'll do with it. I'm pretty sure it's to put like a tea light in or something, but I like how it kind of is that matte glass with, I don't know, it's green, like matte glass with a little bit of like ribbing, I think is what it's called, where it's like bumpy and textured, and then at the bottom it has this gold plate thing. So I think it'll be cute to either propagate in, or I could pot one of my taller plants in it. Even if I don't use it for plants right away, I can just set it somewhere and it'll be cute. Next up, I got this little vase. It is a little bit smaller than I usually go for in like glassware, but it has the same green tint that last thing I just showed you had. And what I especially love is the like curled edges. It just made it stand out, and like I definitely have a type. I always am gravitating toward the green glass things for some reason. If I see green glass, like I instantly want it. This is just for like propagation, water propagation. Next up was a really cool find. So you guys know I've been on kind of a weird terrarium kick lately, and I did actually already buy like a bubblegum machine, but this one isn't actually a bubblegum holder, like a functioning bubblegum machine. It's labeled as a candy holder. So the top comes off and you can just pull out pieces of candy. It doesn't like, you don't like twist the thing and then a gumball comes out, but I thought it would be a really cool terrarium. And what I love about this is the bottom of it is white painted, so I can do substrate like clear up to here, and the plants will be able to have very deep root systems in here. And yeah, I think it'll be really cool. Hopefully. Here's hoping. I do think that a lot of you guys will like this one more than the last one I got, because this one's a little more pleasing to the eye. The other one's pretty bold. It's going to be fun to make into a terrarium, and very easy because it's so small. It's cold. I'm cold. Next, I got this little dish thing. It says it's in the candle section, but I don't believe that it has anything to do with a candle. Anyway, it's just this like shallow rim dish kind of bowl thing, but it has a flat bottom, and I'm going to use this as a saucer under one of my plants. I think these look a lot nicer under plants as like a saucer, so when I find something like this, I try to grab them. Wow, this was kind of expensive. It was $6. Seems a little overpriced if you ask me. And then the last thing I got is probably my favorite. It is this Jungalow with Opal House. It used to be a candle, but it's going to make a really cool planter for maybe like a bonsai would be cool in it, but I really like the shape of it. And this was $5, so that's cool. Very excited about this one. And they all kind of look good together, which is nice, you know? Wow, yeah, I definitely have a type. Okay, I'm gonna try and climb this tree, see how this goes. Oh. Okay, that was actually really easy. As I fall out of the tree. Do I look comfortable? Okay, this is actually really comfortable. I think I could nap like this. I'm gonna try and sit on this edge here. Maybe that's not a good idea. That's definitely not a good idea. We're just gonna lounge. Okay, so that's everything I got today on my shopping trip to Savers. Let me know what you think of the items I picked up. And Harli on the dismount. Okay, that hurt my teeth. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let me just kick my table out of the way real quick. Now I'm gonna show you how I style all of the things I thrifted. Where do I want to start? First up is the green vase with the gold bottom. This was the easiest one for me to decide how to style. To get started, start off just by filling it up with some sphagnum moss about halfway. This is actually long fiber sphagnum moss mixed with a little bit of perlite, and I did wet it with liquid earth water, so there are like extra nutrients in it for plants. I'm not gonna pack it down too much, because I have these 2 pots of Ascananthus Thai Pink. It's a lipstick plant. These are just pieces I've been propagating from a cutting my mom gave me not that long ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the plants out of their nursery pots. Ooh, they're coming apart very easily. Ooh, okay. And I'm going to remove like most of the moss off of their roots, just because these are so big that they wouldn't all fit in here if I kept the moss on. I'm being really gentle and trying not to destroy the roots, but a little destruction I feel like is inevitable when you're doing this with moss. So I'm just doing my best. The least destruction, the merrier. That's the saying, right? Right. So all the well, okay, not all of the moss, but a good portion of the moss has been removed from all of these plants. This is somewhat what we're left with. And I'm just gonna plant them in here. Yeah, it's gonna look really good once it grows a little bit. Because right now, that's so awkward. What do you think? It's pretty awkward. I know it's gonna be so beautiful in the long term. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it for a second. Next up is this little green ruffled edge vase. I'm going to put Hoya in here. So, surprise, surprise. Basically, this video is just me filling up different containers with sphagnum moss. I am going to add my sphagnum moss perlite mixture. I really love using this substrate for my taller like planters that don't have drainage. I just think that the sphagnum moss really absorbs the water well enough, so when I add water in and it goes to the bottom, it's able to suck it, absorb it up all the way to the plant, so the plant's able to get some as well, especially where the plants I'm adding in here do have a little bit more shallow root systems. And then the other thing is it's very, very easy to see that when it needs to have water added, or when there's maybe like a reservoir of water building that I need to dump the excess out. Of course, especially on clear containers like this, but I also really like using cocoa coir for things like this. The coir isn't as well wicking. I'm gonna put this Hoya, oh, and I call it the wrong thing every time. What is it? Hoya rotundiflora? Because how it like sticks up like that, I think it's gonna look really cute in here. That's really the only reason why. These do have very shallow root systems. Where the plants I'm putting into these have very shallow root systems, it's like super important that whatever, I swear I didn't fart, that was my butt rubbing against the chair. It's really important that the substrate I use is able to wick the water from the bottom to the top if the root systems are small like this. Oh, that looks so cute. Oh, this looks even better than I thought it would. It's so weird in like a cool way, I think. Anyway, there's that guy. Next up is what I refer to as the vomit candy holder bubblegum machine. And I think that says enough. Yeah, it's much better. Clean your dishes because this one smelled like, I opened it and it smelled like vomit so strongly, which is disgusting. Clean your stuff right away. If you gain nothing else from this video, at least gain to clean your thrifted finds immediately. Okay? Just do it. Surprise, surprise, fill this up with moss. And it's okay to compact it down for this one. What we're going to plant in here is actually live sphagnum moss. I did propagate this. I have been growing sphagnum moss myself. Add the moss, the live moss, all over, and it is kind of like settled. Usually it stands up like this. It grows like up like this. But where I plucked it out of my terrarium, it got a little crumpled by these sausage fingers. All right, here's what we have. All our moss in there. I thought we would top it off with a watermelon peperomia. It's just a leaf cutting for now. I think it would be really cool if this grew well in here. I've never been able to keep a watermelon peperomia happy, let alone a variegated one. I have been keeping singular leaves propagated for long periods of time so that if at any point I'm able to figure them out, like I have a whole bunch to try with. Next up is this shallow dish, bowl, whatever it is thing. For me, it's going to become a saucer. I'm running low on saucers. I'm going to use this underneath my variegated Philodendron giganteum. In this planter from the American Gringo, I decided to do this one because, first of all, it needed a saucer. There was no saucer under it. Second of all, it has these lines here, things carved into it, and it lines up with this. So like this has lines carved into it, and then there's two more sets of lines. So it kind of looks like it was meant to be. As far as this large candle, terracotta candle situation thing, I did start to film this video another time and it didn't end up working out getting it finished. So the footage you're about to see is entirely different. First up, I hate using charcoal because it's so messy. I have these big pieces of charcoal that I'm gonna add a little bit to the bottom. Then I'm gonna add some soap, some soil. About halfway. Okay, now here's where things get a little weird because I have these Philodendron mame propagations that I have had sitting in a bowl of water for way too long. They're starting to yellow. I really want to put these in there. They are like very well rooted, but yeah, you can see they're just starting to yellow. I think they're going to be so much happier in this situation, so I'm just gonna kind of shimmy them in there however I can. Oh my gosh, they're so sad. This kind of sucks because this would have looked so beautiful had I done this before the plants were sad like this. This plant gets so big and beautiful. I've shown the mother plant actually on my channel quite a few times, and of course I'll backfill it so they all hold into place, ideally. So no, there is no drainage hole on this, but where the base of my potting mix is cocoa coir, and it is pretty chunky. I feel fine about this. I hope you liked this video. Please let me know if this is a type of video you'd like to continue to see on my channel. I would really like insight onto what you like to watch, so I can make videos that you want to watch. Rant over. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!